Hello everybody and welcome back to Wild Thing Yoga. My name is Mackenzie and I'll be your teacher for the next 15 minutes on this power and release yoga flow. We'll be moving through dynamic movements meant to strengthen the body and then counteracting them with some nice deep stretches. So if you're ready, grab your mat, grab your water, and let's get started. Beginning by laying down on the back, the arms resting next to the sides. Inhaling, pressing into the heels to lift the hips, raising the arms next towards the ears. Exhaling, lowering the hips, bringing the arms back down by the sides. Inhaling to lift the hips, raise the arms in our bridge. Exhaling, lowering the hips, bringing the hands down by the sides. Inhaling to lift the hips, raise the arms. And then drawing your right knee in towards your chest, extending the right foot up towards the ceiling. Exhaling to lower to about the height of the knee. Inhaling to lift the foot back up 90 degrees. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling to lift and keeping the hips nice and high. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling to lift the leg. Exhaling to lower. And then drop the booty down, placing your right ankle over your left knee. Drawing the left knee in towards the chest, taking a reclining figure 4. Breathing deeply, stretching into the outer edge of the right hip. On your next inhale, releasing the hips back down and lifting them up in our bridge pose. Exhaling, lowering the hips and the arms. Inhaling, hips rise, arms raise. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, lifting the hips, lifting the arms. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, lift the hips, lift the arms. Exhaling, drawing the left knee in towards the chest, sending the right foot up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, lowering your foot. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, the left foot lowers. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to lower. The hips stay nice and lifted. Inhaling to raise. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling, placing the left ankle over the right knee, drawing the right knee in towards the chest in our reclining figure 4. Breathing here, allowing the outside of the left hip to release. On your next inhale, hugging the knees into the chest, rocking forwards and backwards to build some momentum before crossing at the ankles and jumping back through our chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, back, downward facing dog. Taking a couple petals out in the feet here. On the next inhale, rolling the body out to plank pose. Exhaling, walking the feet in, finding a hovered tabletop. Inhaling, lowering onto the forearms. Exhaling, walking the feet back out, forearm plank. Inhaling, hovered forearm tabletop. Exhaling, lifting up onto the hands. Inhaling, stepping back plank pose. That was 1. Inhaling, walking the feet in. Exhaling, lowering down onto the forearms. Inhaling, step the feet out. Exhaling, walk the feet back in. Inhaling, lift it up, hovered tabletop. Exhaling, plank pose. 1 more. Inhaling, walking the feet in. Exhaling, lowering down to the forearms. Inhaling, forearm plank. Exhaling, hovered tabletop. Inhaling, lifting onto the hands. Exhaling, stepping back plank pose, then taking your chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, back, downward facing dog. Finding your breath. Inhaling, the right foot raises. Exhaling, right foot steps in between the hands. Inhaling, chest lifts in high lunge. Breathing here. Exhaling, straightening out through the right leg. Finding our pyramid pose, folding the chest over the straightened right leg. Remembering inhales lengthen the spine, exhales bring the chest closer to the shin. Rebending in that front leg, stepping your left leg so the knee comes behind the right. Inhaling, tapping your left knee to your left elbow. Exhaling, curtsying the left knee behind the right knee. Inhaling, tapping the left knee to the left elbow. Exhaling to curtsy. You can place your foot down on the ground or keep it lifted for added challenge. Inhaling, tapping elbow to knee. And then stepping your left foot back, coming to find a high lunge once more. Inhaling, taking a warrior two, your left heel grounds down, arms cut out to a T. Straightening through the right leg, finding our Trikonasana triangle pose. Your hand can rest on your shin, your ankle, or the floor. Rebending in the front knee, finding reverse warrior, tipping it up and back. Keeping a nice bend in the right knee. Exhaling to Skandasana side lunge at the back of the mat. Your hips sink down as low as they can. Moving your Skandasana towards the front of your mat. Your elbow can press up against the knee before finding a seat on your booty, swinging your right leg around to meet your left. Inhaling to lift the arms, exhaling forward fold. Breathing here. Inhaling to lengthen, exhaling to fold deeper. This class is a yin and yang class, counterbalancing periods of intense effort with relaxing, stretching. When you're ready, crossing over your ankles to find your chaturanga, inhaling upward facing, exhaling back, downward facing. Inhaling, the left foot reaches up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, stepping your foot in between your hands. Inhaling, the chest lifts, high lunge. Exhaling, bringing your right knee to come behind your left knee in a curtsy. Inhaling, the right knee to the right elbow. Exhaling, finding your curtsy. It's okay if you wiggle and wobble. Inhaling, right elbow to right knee. Exhaling, curtsy. Inhaling, tapping the elbow to the knee. Exhaling, stepping it back, high lunge, reaching the arms up to frame the ears. Exhaling, folding forward over the left leg as the left leg straightens in our pyramid pose. Inhaling to lengthen the spine, exhaling to fold deeper. Inhaling, rebending the left leg, opening up the hips, finding warrior two. Inhaling, straightening through the left leg, the left hand places down onto your mat as the chest opens in our Trikonasana triangle pose. The hips kick back behind you. Inhaling, rebending through the left leg, tipping it up and back for reverse warrior. Inhaling, finding Skandasana towards the back of your mat, the half side lunge. Inhaling, bringing it over to the front of your mat. Exhaling, sitting the booty down onto your mat, swinging your left leg around to meet the right. Inhaling to extend. Exhaling to fold forward over the straightened legs. Nice, long, deep breaths. Inhaling, lifting the chest, drawing the knees in, engaging through the belly to find our boat pose. Exhaling to lower down. Inhaling to lift. These are lemon squeezers. So really squeeze in on the up. Exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling to squeeze. Exhaling to lower. Inhaling, squeeze. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling up and squeeze. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling to lift it up. Exhaling, lowering it down. Almost done. Inhaling, squeeze. Exhaling, lower. Inhaling, squeeze, and then tapping the toes, keeping the chest nice and lifted in our boat pose. Really drawing the belly button to the spine as we alternate tapping our toes to the mat. Have a few more rounds of toe taps here. Stay with it, keep engaging, keep lifting through the chest. And then crossing at the ankles, reaching up and over and exhaling, folding forward over your crisscross legs. Staying connected with your breath. Inhaling, lifting the chest, changing the cross of the legs, and then reaching the arms up overhead and exhaling, folding forward. Noticing the difference between the sides, having your opposite leg in front. And on the next inhale, lifting the chest. Going to draw the knees in, scoot your booty a little bit closer to your heels, and then slowly lower down onto your back. We're going to bring the heels closer to the booty, inhaling to lift the hips like we did at the beginning of class. You can begin to bring the shoulder blades in towards each other onto the back as you lift the hips higher. Maybe coming to rest the hips in the hands in a supported bridge. Lifting up onto the toes, maybe drawing the right knee in towards the chest and then the left. Flipping the hands to support the sacrum as we reach our feet up towards the ceiling in our shoulder stand. Being careful not to move the neck in this position. Drawing the knees in towards the forehead before placing your feet behind your head, finding our plow pose. Continuing to support the back with our hands. Feeling this nice stretch in the back side of the body. Slowly lowering the hips down onto the mat. We're going to place our hands underneath our sacrum as our legs extend down the mat, pushing into the forearms to lift the chest, coming to rest on the crown of the head, opening up the throat after having it closed down in our shoulder stand and plow pose. Taking deep breaths. And then drawing the soles of the feet together, coming to rest with the left hand over the heart and the right hand on the belly in our reclining cobbler's pose. Noticing the benefits of the practice. How is your body feeling now that you've gotten a chance to wiggle and move around? Then when you're ready, coming to find rest in our final pose of Savasana. Beginning to bring gentle movement back into the body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and reaching the arms above the head in a full body stretch before coming to roll over onto one side, using the arms as a pillow to cradle the head. And then when your body feels ready, finding a comfortable seated position on your mat. Bringing the hands together at heart center. lifting them up to the space between the eyebrows, remembering to have kind and loving thoughts. Lowering down to the space before the mouth, remembering to speak kind and loving words. Lowering your hands back to your heart center, remembering to have kind and loving intentions. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave us a comment. Really click that notification bell. We put out new videos every Sunday, so you don't want to miss anything that's coming up with Wild Thing Yoga. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.